Hello everybody, Daniel here, and I'm super excited to introduce you to my newest pet and program animal, and that is my hatchling alligator snapping turtle. He's just a little guy, like I just said, hatchling, only maybe 3 weeks old, and I'm not going to take this guy out because I want to limit the amount of time I spend handling this turtle because he's young and I don't want to scare him or stress him out at such a young, fragile age. But here he is right now. Let me just make sure the camera's good. So you can see just how tiny that creature is, but he could potentially grow well over 100 pounds one day. So this is Crunch, my alligator snapping turtle. He's so young, he still has his egg tooth. If you can see that little white protrusion near his snout, that is a turtle's egg tooth, and its sole purpose is to help the turtle break free from that egg. So that's how young he is. Zooming out now, you can see Crunch's temporary enclosure. It's a 40-gallon stock tank with plenty places to hide. These are ambush hunters, turtles that do not like to be in the open. So although he's in the open now, he loves hiding. I see him often crawl in this vase. I see him hanging out in this cave. I see him in this log. And for some reason, maybe this is an alligator snapping turtle thing that I didn't know, but Crunch loves to climb. I'll often see him on the side of the filter or climbing up the roots of the plants. I think it's a way so that he can easily breathe, but he seems to like the deeper water, even though it might be easier to breathe in the more shallow water. He likes climbing things and breathing in the deep end. So Crunch here, he's young, so he's a better swimmer than he'll be when he's older, but they do like shallow water. So I have a deep end there where it's well over Crunch's shell. So if he wants to breathe, he has to climb or swim. But if he's tired, if he can't do that, there's some shallow water here, almost goes up to where there's almost no water. So this gives Crunch diversity in his habitat. Many live plants to help oxygenate the water, help with ammonia, and just provide natural cover for Crunch and cover for the fish that are in here. There are small mosquito fish in here. Crunch may not eat for a while because he's still absorbing nutrients from the yolk sac on the underneath of his shell on the plastron. So he's just hanging out. He doesn't move too much, but whenever I find him, he's in a different position. So I think he just moves around when I'm not here. Okay? Now, I said this is temporary because one day Crunch is going to be bigger than this entire stock tank. So eventually, when Crunch is full grown, he will be in and require a 1,000-gallon tank. So this is 40. I'm going to need a 1,000 someday. So he'll probably move up to a 100, then a 300, then maybe a 500, then a 1,000, or maybe I'll just skip straight to the 1,000. But for now, Crunch is more than happy in the 40-gallon stock tank. When Crunch does decide to eat, and this is what I'm most excited for, what he's going to do is he's going to open that mouth. He's going to open his mouth, and attached to his tongue is a worm-like appendage, and he's going to wave that worm-like appendage around, okay, while hiding, maybe in the plants, maybe even in the open, but just being very still. And that moving lure, think of it almost like a fishing lure, basically is a fishing lure. It will attract fish to his mouth because a lot of different fish, like these mosquito fish, will eat worms. So they'll be attracted to that lure, and when they come to investigate it, they don't even realize that they're entering the jaws of death. So when they swim up to investigate the worm, Crunch is going to clamp that beak shut, and then that will be his meal. So he's not eating yet. He needs to get used to the habitat as well as finish absorbing the nutrients from his yolk sac. But once he does, I cannot wait to see Crunch eat. I can't wait to see him hunt like he would in the wild. And when I do that, I'm definitely going to film it and make a video. Here you can really see that egg tooth. Now, I'm making sure that when I did purchase this turtle, I got it from an ethical source. Now, wild-caught alligator snapping turtles should not be kept as pets. I'm starting to hear, I just read a recent study that shows their population in the wild is lower than we think, lower than we originally thought. So please do not be doing that. I recommend that if you have to get an alligator snapping turtle and, do your homework about it. You're gonna have it for a long time. This is probably gonna outlive me, so I gotta make sure I can find somebody who can care for it. But I have to say, go with John Richards at Loggerhead Acres Turtle Farm. His website is turtleman.com, and he is an extremely ethical turtle distributor. He's licensed, he knows his stuff, and he's really passionate about the turtles. He's not just using the turtles, these awesome unique creatures, for money. He really cares about them. And the proof is in what he does. I always hear about an educational talk he's doing somewhere at an expo about alligator snapping turtles. His farm basically started because he would rescue alligator snapping turtles from the meat industry and bring them to his farm. So he's just a really logical and ethical man to go with. So that's why I got this turtle, and I would not go anywhere else if I was going to get one. So just that being said, I live in New York State. Because this is a non-native species and it's not regulated federally so far, I do not need a special permit to own this guy. But, you know, not everyone can own one depending on what state you live in. Please check with your laws and stuff. But I do not recommend them with pets unless you're into a lifetime long relationship with them, because you're literally marrying this turtle. So just a few more things about the alligator snapping turtle. So they're divided into 3 different species, okay? And this is, the species name is, I think, Temaniki. I probably said that wrong, but there he is just sitting there. And he'll grow, I see a lot of people, and in 1 year, their alligator snapping turtle has grown about 5 inches, and then I think it kind of tapers off. So it'll be like maybe 1.5 inches per year. But basically, he's going to be young for a while. And so that's why this enclosure will maybe last him 1 to 2 years maybe, and then it's time to move on. So this is my 3rd turtle, in addition to my adult Florida red-bellied turtle, which is in this 150-gallon tote right here. And he's got tons of plants because they are herbivorous and they love plant cover. Okay? And my other turtle, which you all met, is Viva by Mata Mata Turtle, which is very much like the alligator snapping turtle in how he just sits there, waits for food to come to him, and then strikes. Unlike Glade here, who will constantly be searching around for food, going after different things, finding and foraging for plants. So, yeah, so here's Crunch. When he gets more comfortable, I'll take him out of the water to show you all. But here he is. I'm super excited about him. Expect much more videos of him in the future, hopefully hunting soon. And I will update you all on how Crunch is doing in my next video. So thank you for watching. Subscribe for more educational videos. I attempted to make a salmon run fishing video, but the quality wasn't that great since I was by myself. So I know my upload rate is pretty slow right now, but stay subscribed, watch these videos, and I will upload more as I can. The owl kind of territorial season's coming up. Great horned owls are setting up their territory, so there should be an owl prowl video coming up soon. So if you're into owls or bird watching, stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching, everybody, and have a great day.